Okay, so I'm just about to watch episode one, and I thought it might be fun to live react. Maybe this is a horrible idea because I don't know what happens in episode one, and maybe it's like very traumatizing, but here we go. First things first, I love the preview at the beginning for the new Dune Prophecy show. It's set 10,000 years before Paul Atreides. I'm so excited about this. If you know me, you know I'm a big Dune fan. I feel like House of the Dragon fans are also Dune universe fans, so looking forward to these. I briefly had positive flashbacks to Jon Snow when I heard Cregan Stark opening the episode where he's like, "Duty is sacrifice." I was like, that sounds kind of like Jon Snow. I miss him. Oh, also, I love that new opening, the way that it's kind of like weaving the tapestry. Thought that was so cool. I was trying to spot all the little Easter eggs. Did y'all notice any big ones? And if you were wondering, like me, why Cregan Stark isn't a big part of House of the Dragon Season 2, I feel like this article explains it well. So it says, the story of Game of Thrones is the Song of Ice and Fire. House of the Dragon already has plenty of fire, the Targaryens. But Season 2, first episode brings us to the ice, the Starks. All the imagery of Winterfell was actually giving me like literally Season 1 flashbacks of Game of Thrones. Tom Taylor, who you may know from The Dark Tower or The Last Kingdom, makes his introduction as Lord Cregan Stark of Winterfell for the opening sequence of the premiere. This continues a thread from the Season 1 finale, where Jacaerys arrives in the north to secure House Stark's support for his mother, Queen Rhaenyra, and her claim to the Iron Throne. So Jace ascends the wall with Cregan, where they bond over the site of the snowy white abyss. They're like, it warms me heart. So Fire and Blood, which the show is based on, suggests that they have this like super passionate connection and swore a blood oath of fealty to one another. But another account claims that Jace fell in love with Winterfell by the name of Sarah Snow, and after bedding her, Cregan forced a marriage, even though Jace had already been betrothed to Lady Baela Targaryen, which we saw in season 1. Now, there's been a lot of speculation around this, and Taylor himself has seen all the fan memes. They've been calling it Brokeback Winterfell. It seems like everyone thinks this is great. It's fun that the fans are getting really involved. But I think still people were wondering why this wasn't a bigger part of the show. And so Ryan Condal, who's the showrunner, said, "We definitely always wanted that scene. For a long time, I think going back to filming season 1, I had in my head that that was going to be the opening sequence of season 2. But as fun as the sequence is, beyond Cregan agreeing to send soldiers south, there isn't any real inherent drama in the scene. He's already sworn for Rhaenyra. We know the Starks are never going to go back on an oath, no matter which Stark swore it. So it's more of a sequence to bring us back into the world," which I think it did so effectively. Be it in place where we're ahead of Jace, we know his brother is dead, he does not yet know it, and the fun fan service of going to the north and seeing that, which I will say it is always good to be back in the north. So he also says, "We end season 1 with Luke's death, and that's where we want to be," Sarah Hess, Condal's lead writing partner, further explains. Jace very quickly gets that news. It didn't feel right to end season 1 with Luke dying and then to just be at Winterfell for a really long time when you're dying to know what's going on with Rhaenyra. That makes sense if you watch it sequentially. When you see that look Rhaenyra gives at the end of season 1, how much time do you want to spend away from that? We definitely had to pick our narratives there. Condal also noted that he wanted to establish Jace as a capable political operator, and he'll play a larger role in House of the Dragon moving forward compared to his part in season 1. What did y'all think of that opening scene? And what Easter eggs for this season, either tied to the book or what you think will happen this season or both, did you see in that opening title sequence? I'm really curious.